display.html, and you will store this file under the internal CSS. We will compare the internal and inline how it is happening using this example. So file name is called display.html. Display.html. Okay, now let's come inside this file and start from the body again and follow the UL tag, then follow the li tag. Li tag, under the li tag we can put some text: home, about us, next li, contact us, next li, login, next li, register, li, inquiry. This is we wrote for li. Li tag, this li tag, li and ul both are block level element. Li and ul both are block level element. It will print in the new line always. So if you run this file, you will find all are going to the new line, all print in the new line. Next, we can write some CSS to convert from block to inline. So we have a property. That property name is called style equal to display as a inline. Display inline you keep for all the property, all the li. So the behavior of li tag will convert from display to inline. It will convert from block to inline. Display inline property is going to change the default behavior of li from block level to inline. It will not go to the new line now. It will print in the same line. Display inline, display block, display flags, and display none. Display has 4 property. Display none means hide. Display inline means same line. Display block means new line. Display flags also we have. We are going to learn that. Right, scope coming in the same line. After that, if it will come in the same line, you will not find any gap. Will be very continuous, just one after other. We want to give some gap for that, so we can use margin property. Margin somewhere 20 px or 30 px as per your wish. You can add margin 20 and maybe more than that according to your wish. Just apply and see. You will find between two li there will be gap of 20 pixel. Between two li there will be gap of 20 pixel. 20 pixels should be from left and 20 pixels should be from the right. It should give you accurate 40 px gap. Okay, ready? So gap is coming from all the side. Check now. So gap got apply here. Now under the UL tag, you put a property here called style text align center. Text hyphen align colon center. So text align as a center. Then what will happen is all the li of particular UL will appear in the center. All the li of this particular UL will come in center. All the li of particular UL will come in the center. No printing in the same line. Plus you have some sufficient time also. Next we require to compare if you are writing as an inline CSS. You have written display inline total 6 times, and margin 20 pixel we have repeated total 6 times. If you write as an internal CSS, what will be the benefit? The internal CSS remains same or some changes will happen? Do we need to add extra property, or maybe you can say the code complexity will get increased or it will get reduced? Code will be still duplicate or duplicate will get removed? Display inline you have written total 6 times. Same property we are repeating 6 times. And margin 20 pixel is still repeating 6 times. Now in this case you can see margin 20 pixel is duplicate again and again. Display inline is also duplicate. Right? It is not one-to-many system. It is one-to-one. One li which CSS you have written you cannot use again. You have to write again. So for li label line by line we are writing the same CSS. So this is called a duplicate redundancy of the code. Your code will become redundant. You have written the same code again and again. Code will become heavy, file will become heavy, code will become complex, page loading will take long time, digital marketing will reject the page. Many problems will come in this method. But learning point of view, property we understand easily, and value also we understood easily. Next, we have to change the little structure so that it will convert into inline, and it will be one to many. We will write one time CSS and we can use in HTML many times. One to many. Internal CSS is one to many, whereas inline CSS is one to one. Display inline, display inline, display inline, we wrote for every li. There can be option also where we can write display inline one times and it should get applied for all the li. But as of now, for each li you are writing display inline. Okay, so that is duplicate. So hope you have written and page look like this. Something all are coming in the same line. Output is okay, but code point of view it's complex. The code what we have is a complex. Okay. Now we will create one more file in the internal CSS. This is internal CSS we have written, but method is inline. Now we'll create one more file that is display2.html. You can give the file name display2.html, display2.html, and the display content we can copy paste there. Every content of the previous file, all content we can copy and paste here. Like HTML tag will remain same. On this, we will be writing some internal CSS how to apply. Even in internal CSS, we will use these two property only: display inline and margin. No other property. Let us see now. So open the head tag, close the head tag. Under the head tag, open the style and close the style. Open the style, close the style. Inside the style, for UL tag, UL will write the syntax for that, what is that and how it works. Now we are converting into one to many, one CSS and many HTML. So for UL tag, curly bracket open close, and this property and value you can cut from here and paste here. That is called text align center. Text align center. Now you remove for the UL. Not required. Next is for LI. For LI also open the curly bracket, close it, and this display inline and margin 20 px you cut from any one place and just apply here, and delete all the CSS and style from all the LI. From all the LI, you can delete the complete CSS. Your property value is same. Display inline margin 20 px is same. We have not even added anything extra. We have not deleted from there. Same property value. Now we wrote one place. Same property value we wrote one place. Same property value we wrote one place. And after that, same property value we wrote one place. One place. And we deleted from all the LI. So one place you have the LI in CSS and multiple places you have in HTML. CSS code is one time and HTML code is many times. It is going to inherit now. Save now. Save it, and after that you will find output remains same as the previous file. So this is one to many and previous one was one to one. One set of HTML and one set of CSS. If you want similar output, you have to copy paste. But in this case, no need to copy paste again and again. We write one place and it will apply all the places. That is called one to many. Hope written and working also. Run the display to file, output will remain same. See, in this also same, in this also same. But compared to the code level complexity, inline is complex, whereas internal is simple. Write once and use many time concept. Clear? Now let's go here. Under the LI, you will put a color property. Color. Color property you add here. Color as a green color So once you run the page, you will find all the li have the green color. Whichever the li you have, all the li have the green color. The text of all the li will convert into green color. Text got converted into green color. So this is called one to many now. Right? See, got converted into green color. Okay, this margin you have written convert into padding. Padding, padding. And after that, apply one effect here, li colon hover. When you touch the li, the background of li will convert into orange color when you touch by mouse. If your mouse will touch any li, then if your mouse will touch any li, then if your mouse will touch any li, then this event will get fired, and if the mouse will touch li, then background of li will convert into orange color. And at same time, the cursor will convert into pointer, ready to click. Cursor will convert into pointer. Once your mouse will touch the li will convert into orange color, and cursor will be converting into pointer. Okay, ready, check now. See, once the mouse will go here, converting into which color? Orange color. Okay, so now we'll go to the developer guide, and you saw here in the display file what we did. We wrote everywhere. Under the display to file what we did, we wrote only one place, and it is happening all the places. So the comparison of all we can write to some few lines in developer guide, and then we will come again for the next file. Okay, so in developer guide you have written somewhere type of CSS. In beginning, the type of CSS we have inline, internal, external, and import. In inline CSS you are going to write. What is that? It is one-to-one. One-to-one. Meaning is write once, write CSS code one time, and use only one time. This is called one-to-one. Next problem, what will happen is, if you are writing again and again, write one-to-one, same code if you are repeating again and again, this problem will come. Because of one-to-one, or maybe due to one-to-one code, duplicate will happen. That happen, you saw that. Next, if code is duplicate, then what problem will come? Due to code duplicate, or maybe you can write if code is duplicate file weight will increase. The code is duplicate, the file weight will increase, file will become heavy. Page loading may take long time, may take more time. Okay. Next, after that, if the page is loading very slow, you cannot expect the user should wait in front of your monitor due to slow page loading. Due to slow page loading, what will happen? User experience may be bad. Okay. If suppose internet is slow, some person internet is slow, and your page is very slow, then what will happen? He cannot see the page also. It will get closed and then it will get closed. Now come next. In duplicate code, modification is complex. If you have same code again and again and again and again, what will happen is, okay, if you have same code again and again, then what will happen is, if you want to modify anything, it will become big problem. Okay. So what we saw is, due to slow page loading, user experience may be bad. Plus, if the code is duplicate, the modification will be complex. And another more line you can write. If the code is duplicate, then definitely your file will become heavy. Okay, and heavy file you require a lot of disk space to store. Okay, so that is the backend related problem. User related problem will have what will happen, those you have written. Another one you can write here. Google will give low priority. Okay, Google search. Google search will Google search will give low priority, or maybe Google search never show in first rank. When you are uploading your page in the Google server, and then if you have written a lot of inline css, then problem will come like Google will give little low priority. Google will say like, you have written lot of inline css, your page will be heavy. If the page is heavy, then page loading will be slow. Page loading will be slow. Unnecessary customer experience will be bad. So instead of showing your page, they will show some other page, someone else website page. So Google search also will get impacted. So, but for that, overall, I have written in the beginning, learning purpose is best. Using that, we will understand the property value. Implementation point of view, the internal and external plus import is required. So come now under the import CSS. and write here call it is one to many. One to many. Write once CSS code and use many times. Write once it is one to many. Write one CSS code and use many times. Next, what we will do is you will do like we'll create an example, one more example, and there we will understand how that is and how that looks. Syntax you can write here. Syntax to write the internal CSS. You can say first call selector, then flower bracket open close, inside property, colon value, again property value, colon value. This become as a syntax. Example we can write here one. Example we can write here. That is called, suppose you have written a li tag. For li tag, color should be green color. Display should be inline. It should come in the line. After that, font size should be 30 pixel. So you can say selector. At the place of selector, we have written the li. At the place of selector, we have written the li. So in the term of HTML, li is a tag, but in the term of CSS, li is a selector. Okay, li is a selector. In the term of CSS, division, paragraph, body, H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, all are called as a selector. But in the term of HTML, these all are called as a tags. I'll write here in the note, like all the HTML tags, all the HTML tags are called selector in CSS. All the HTML tags are called selector in CSS. For example, li you have written. Syntax says like selector, curly bracket open close, property value. Example says like li, again curly bracket open close, inside property as a color, value as a green, property as a display, inline as a value, font size the property 30 px is the value, right? So this become as a syntax and this become as an example. Below for better understanding, we wrote in HTML whichever the tag we have, whether it is HTML4 tag, HTML5 tags, all the tags are called as a selector in CSS. All the tags are called selector in CSS. Okay, write the documentation, then we can create the next example, and then we'll understand how many way we can write the CSS in internal. Internal CSS is divided into 5 types. Using 5 method we can write. So one by one, we need to follow. Reply once in chat once the note is ready. Okay, cool. Then let's go ahead. So next, what we have to do is we have to write this one. So selector is nothing but all the HTML tags are called as a selector, and apart from that, like we have some other type of selector also. Total 5 types of selector we have. So we'll make a note, we'll implement it. Now come to the display to file. You saw it is happening. We wrote one time and it's working many times. Now we'll create another file under the internal CSS folder. So the reason should be clear in mind why we are writing as an internal CSS, because in inline CSS there is a duplicate process. Same code we have to write again and again. If you are going to design a very big page, lot of CSS will come, and in that case inline CSS will not support you. It will become very difficult to manage the code. Plus same code again we have to write again and again. Plus apart from that, page will become heavy. Google will reject the page. But for understanding purpose, inline CSS is good. Property value will write one place and will understand easily. Next file you write example 1.html under the internal CSS folder. Under internal CSS folder, file name is called example 1.html. Let's go right inside HTML. It is required now. This file is required. Follow the body tag. Now under the body, UL you can follow. LI also you can follow. last page, the list of li we can keep here. In last page, whichever li was there, we can keep here. After li, we can write some division tag, something block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4. Write paragraph tag, put some text data, 3 lines. Li we have many times, we will write the css for li. Division we have many times, we'll write the css for division. Paragraph we have one time, we'll write the css for beta. Okay, and then we'll see the css you are writing for li, it's reflecting or not. The css you are writing for div, it's reflecting or not. So 4 division we have, we want all 4 divisions should look similar. We will write the css one time, and it will apply to all 4 times, all the 4 places. Okay, so now follow the first css for body tag. In body tag, you have by default 8 pixel gap, so you will keep margin as a 0 px. So no gap now. From all the side, left, right, top, bottom, the gap will get removed. Margin 0 px. So from left, right, top, bottom, the gap will get removed. You will not have any gap from inside. Next, after that, for UL tag, you can write some CSS. So in the term of HTML, the body is called as a tag, but for the but in the term of CSS, it is going to call as a selector. UL is the tag name in the HTML, but in the term of CSS, it is not tag name. It's called as a selector. Okay, now right there, background of UL as a red color. Inside the back UL, whichever the li we have, all should appear in the center. That is called text hyphen align as a center. So all the li will print in the middle. All the li will print in the middle, because li is the part of ul, and for ul directly we wrote, okay, text align center. So under the ul, whichever the content we have, all must print in the center. Now you can write for li, whichever the li we have, what should be the property for li. So we say first li should be display as a inline, display as a inline. Whichever the li we have, all the li should be in the same line. It should not go to the new line. All the li should be in the same line. It should not come in the new line. Okay, li should display in the same line. After that, the li should have a gap inside, that is using the padding. Padding, suppose 30 px or maybe 15 px, any number you can give. So between two li, there will be gap using the padding, not using the margin. So this happened for li tag. After that, the color of the li, the text color, keep as a white color because background is red. Keep white because background is red. Right? It should be in the which color? Red, white color. Now, if you check once how that is going to come, please run once. The UL and LI got arranged properly or not? The UL and LI should get arranged now. Something like this. But see, the UL is leaving the gap, but LI is not, sorry, UL should have a padding again, then it will look better. You will keep the padding similar 15 px. The UL will be resized now. The height of UL will get increased. Inside the UL space will get applied. Inside the UL space got applied. It's called padding. See, navigation is ready. Padding we have studied. Padding apply the space inside and margin apply the space outside. So for UL you are given padding. So inside the UL from top from bottom there will be gap of 15 pixels. Li was coming there without UL, it was just a thick line. Now we added the padding. So what happened? From top and from bottom 15 pixel gap got applied and your Li changed like this. Next, we will write the CSS for, so it is one to n or one to many. UL is only one time, but what about the LI? LI is a many times. So one place we wrote the CSS here. CSS we wrote one place, and it is getting applied for all the LI. Column one to many, one to many or many to one also. If you look from the CSS side, then you will find one CSS and many HTML. Okay, many HTML. But if you look from the CSS side, then you will find many HTML and one CSS. One to many and many to one, both are there. Many to many you have not written as yet now. Okay, many to many will happen under the external CSS. Now come write the CSS for div. See, div as of now it look like a helpless division. It has no any design. Now CSS will say, I will change your look and feel. Let's write for div. It will apply for all the div. Div, div. Okay, div. Now under this div, you keep their height of the division. Suppose height of the division 150 pixel. Margin between two division. Margin between two division. If you give pixel, then my screen is different size. Your screen is different size. When people we use in the open this page in the future, their screen size will be different. So it will become difficult to manage the alignment, and number of blocks plus page responsiveness problem will come. So in that case, instead of writing the pixel, we will follow the percentage. Margin 2%. Okay. So this division will leave in the top also, bottom also. But top, bottom you should not calculate, matter of width only. So width will be, whichever the width will come in that 2%, it will be in the left side and 2% will be right side as a white space. That is called margin. Okay. So how much will take for one division? 4%. 2% in the left and 2% in the right. Next, after that, total 4 division we have. Total 4 division we have. Here we have added total 4 division. We want 4 divisions should come in one line. Now look at here, total screen size from beginning to last. Okay, it is called 100% screen size. So if 100% screen size, total 100% of the width, if I divide by 4, 100 divide by 4, you will get total 25% as a width. But 25% you cannot use. Reason is what? Margin also you have given. Let me write here. Width colon 25%. Width is a 25%. Okay. But 25% will not be, like it will not support. Reason is already 2% you have taken in the left side and 2% you have taken in the right side. 4% is already gone. So 25% you cannot take. 25% if you take means 4 division will not come in one line. Okay, only 3 division will come in one line. So from 25 you have to minus that. How much? 4%. So it will come total 21. 21% width and 2% white space in the left side gap and 2% white space gap in the right side. So 2% left, 2% right. Become a 4%. 4% and 21%, 25%. Exactly. Now division is a block level tag. So you have to write here margin, not margin, float as a left. And yesterday we have seen the box shadow. Let me write here box shadow. Box shadow 0px, 0px, 5px, blue color, and one border radius also. Border radius just 5 pixel. And after that, next text align. Text align as a center. Whichever the content is inside, it should come in the center. You will see now on equal gap, equal height, equal width, equal structure, equal look and feel, same look and feel, division will appear 4 times automatically in the same line. Check now, how many division in one line? 4 division or 3 division? 4. Total 4 division in one line. In a small device also it will display 4. Large device also it will display 4. Block 1 is written. If you want to bring little down, okay, if you want to bring little down, we have, remember a property called padding. We have to write inside padding hyphen top somewhere 20 px. Box will get resized, but inside the box from top 20 pixel gap will get applied. Inside. 20 pixel gap got applied from top. The text was written, it will not touch completely, it will be little down. So margin is helping you to arrange the division, to apply the gap between two blocks, and padding is helping you to apply the space inside. Box shadow is helping you to design the boxes with a box shadow like a border, and then other float left right is just arranging the contents. Okay, next we'll write for this div tag. Yes. Hello. Yes, I can hear. Go ahead. Yes, yeah. What's your name? Come again. And Vaskar, we'll call you in 1 hour. Somewhere 9:30. We'll call you. Okay. Next, after that, after that, after that. So we have written the CSS for div tag. It is applying for div tag. Right? So one place you have written for div tag, and how many division you have? 4 division is got apply all the places. If it is in line CSS, then this much code we have to write total 4 times. 4 times. So it is not 4 times now. CSS code is only 1 time, whereas HTML code is 4 times. Right here, p tag. Inside the p tag, you are going to write width of the p tag, not 100%, only 80%. Only 80%, and text hyphen align as a center. Width of a p tag, how much? 80%. Text hyphen align, how much? Center. And where? Okay, so check now. In 80%, the paragraph is going to take only 80%, and the content of the paragraph will display in center. But it will not come in the center of the screen. It will come in the center of paragraph. So paragraph is going to take 80%. 80% where it will take? In the left hand side. So the text of the paragraph will display under the center of paragraph. You will see your paragraph will be left aligned. It will not be complete center aligned. Look at here. It's leaving the gap, more gap from where? Right side. because we are given the width 80% and text align center. So it will take 80% in the left hand side, and in that 80% it display in the center. If you remember, we have gone through a property called margin auto, margin colon auto. Where it will come now? Margin auto will align in the center. The 80% only, your paragraph is going to take only 80%, but not in the left hand side of the screen, in the center of the screen. Text align center, wherever your paragraph will go, the text align will be center only. But now paragraph is saying, I will take 80%, that also in the center of the screen. So that your content will appear in the middle exactly. You can check. Okay, hope it's coming in the center. Check now. Now it is taking the center of your screen, how much? 80%. So we saw the benefit of CSS. Benefit of CSS is your HTML without CSS will look valueless. CSS will come, CSS will get applied, CSS will change the look and feel. Along with that, it will change the property, alignment, everything, all A to Z, everything can be changed through the CSS. Now we want to increase the font size of this H1, font size of this paragraph. So we have a property font hyphen size. You are not changing in HTML. You are changing under the CSS. Font size is a 30px. You will find in paragraph, wherever you have the text, all the text will get converted into the 30 pixel font size.
Siaram, one question I have. So this P tag, earlier we were not giving margin as auto. So in the starting, the width was covering 80%. On 80%, it was aligning as a center.
Yes.
Right. And when we give a margin as auto, by default, it's coming at center. Then still it's the width is 80% of that, but it's in center.
Still 80% only.
Okay.
Width is still 80%. In that it has taken 80% off center, not 80% or left or right. It has taken 80% of the center.
Okay. Okay. And for with the div this div selector, we are not using this display because we have to use float only.
We have two type of condition now. We have one condition that is called float, another property called display. So where to use the float and where to use the display. So you have to remember those tag that used to display the multi-line content. Those tags that used to display the multi-line content. Like paragraph used to display multi-line content. Division used to display the multi-line content. But li tag is never used to display the multi-line content.
Yeah.
Li. So whenever you use the li, or you remember not only li, some other tag also, those tag that used to display the single line content. For that we can use the display inline. And those tag that used to display the multi-line content. For that, we will use the float left, or instead of float left, we will be using the display flags also. In CSS3, under the external CSS, we are going to learn. But difference wise, you can say where to use the display inline and where to use the float left. So remember for that one a small theory. If your tag is going to help you to display the multi-line content, then use the float left. If the tag is going to help you to display the single line content, then use the display inline. Okay,
Yeah.
now suppose for H1, how many line you will display using H1? Single line as a heading, H1 to H6, single line heading. So whenever you are using the H1, don't use the float left. Use which one? Display inline. Li tag will help you to display always single line. If you use to display the multi-line, that meaning you are not following the rule. Okay. So for Li also you can use the display inline. But same time, your division tag, your paragraph tag, your section tag, HTML5 that you are going to learn, article tag, okay, container tag, okay, these all are not for the single line. These all are for the multi-line. Okay. So for multi-line container, we will use the float left, and for single line container, we will use the display inline. Okay, so clear. Go next. The line font size got increased. Okay, so this file we will leave here only. Example one. Example one was just to understand the CSS we are going to write one to many, how that look. Really it is one to many for multiple tags. So you can see li you have many times, one place you wrote applying all the places. Division you have many times, you wrote one place in CSS, it's getting applying the HTML. P tag we have one time as of now, it's applying one time. Like I will go to the paragraph here, I will just extend this P tag again and again, and I'll see really it is getting applied for all the P tag or not. See, I copy pasted 3 times. You can also try that and then check it is applying all the places. Okay, let us see here. Getting applied for all the paragraph. Here we have font size is making problem now. I'll reduce the font size to 20 px, width 80%. Inside the paragraph, you want to give some space in the bottom, you can write here margin hyphen bottom, margin hyphen bottom 40px, margin hyphen bottom 40px. So in bottom side there will be a gap of 40 pixel. Check once. Each paragraph will live in the bottom. Giving it how much? 40 px. But it is applying only per paragraph, not for the division. Okay, because in the beginning only you have asked the compiler in current page wherever you find the p tag, this many property you should apply. Where you find the division tag, this many properties should apply, and for ul and li remain same. So your page will execute, compiler will go down, and when they will find wherever they will find the ul li and what property you are given in the beginning, that will get applied. Okay, now related to this, while creating the page, there can be a condition In one page there will be multiple division and all division look different. In one page there may be multiple paragraph and all the paragraph look different. As of now you saw all the paragraph looking similar, all the division also look same. So this problem will come next, right? So for that, clear or not? It's saying like in one page you have three division and four division and three paragraph. You wrote the CSS one place and it is applying all the places. That is cool, no problem at all. But our requirement says design a page where you use the different type of layout. Maybe you can use the div tag, maybe use some other tag. Now suppose using the division tag, you are going to divide the page into multiple blocks and each block look different, then this method will not help you directly. All division will look same, but we want all the divisions to look different. Then in that case, CSS has given total 5 methods. We are going to make a note here that is applicable for internal, external and import. The 5 method you are going to write that is applicable for internal, external and import. Okay. So what is that? Let's go here. Right inside the CSS has given 5 methods to write CSS as one to many. Internal CSS is one to many. External is also one to many and many to many. Import is also one to many and many to many. So in that case, when you are going to write one to many or many to many, there may be multiple division, multiple paragraph, multiple li, and all should look different. Then what will happen? Problem will come. CSS will say no, all the division I'll make same, and we want all the division as a different. Problem will come. Then CSS says no problem. For one to many, after looking into your problem, we have given you total 5 types of solution. Okay, what are those solutions? Let's write. Number one. So the CSS given 5 methods to write CSS as one to many or maybe many to many also. The number one, A, CSS by tag name. The B, CSS by ID. The C, CSS by class name. The D, CSS by tag name, ID, class name, CSS by tag group also. And one more method, CSS for a CSS by parent and child tag. Like when you are writing the HTML, in that some tag will be parent tag, some tag will be child tag. For example, UL is a parent tag, LI is a child tag. Correct. Under the LI, there may be a tag, hyperlink. Maybe body is the parent, UL is the child, LI is the next child. So how to write how to address those elements that is inside and inside. Okay. So we can write these 5 methods. Okay. So this your entire CSS, whichever the people use in the market, okay, whether bootstrap also, library also, any framework and library of CSS, all are based on these 5 methods. Okay, your bootstrap is based on ACDE. Bootstrap is based on A, C, D, and E. Bootstrap is not based on B. The bootstrap is designed, the CSS code is written inside the bootstrap based on method number A, B, C, and A, C, D, and E, not based on B. Okay, B is especially reserved for the JavaScript. ID is reserved for the JavaScript. So that we will see again how it is. Okay, so total this 5 method is going to help you to write the CSS every time. Right now, hope you understood. Inside the CSS also there is a lot of things. CSS also have big area. It is not a small area. CSS also has a big area. This is under the your internal. You have to go under the external, then you have to go under the import, many things. Okay, next. Okay, hope ready. Now CSS by tag name right below. One example. One example. Today file we have written. The today example one we have written. In that you can see here. Okay, let them to write. Maybe they are writing still. Okay, hope ready. Next, in the today example, you can see here, you have written the CSS for UL. You wrote the CSS for LI. You wrote the CSS for div. You wrote the CSS for p. This is called CSS by tag name. You are writing the CSS for a tag, right? So what we can do, this two line we can copy from here and we can paste here. Or maybe this two line, this UL and LI, this two block we can copy and paste here as an example. As a example. So you wrote a CSS, you wrote a CSS for, you wrote a CSS for a tag name, for a selector name, right? For a selector. For example, UL is a HTML tag, LI is a HTML tag. So CSS by tag name, what it says? It says like you have to write a name of the tag, open the curly bracket, close the curly bracket, and whatever the property value you want to add here, you keep adding. That's becomes a CSS by tag name. Becomes a CSS by tag name. Okay, ready? Next, go ahead. Come to the ID. How to write the ID? So we have to create a page and then we'll come back to this file. Okay, so we'll create a file css by id.html. css by id.html. We can create a new file. css by id.html. css by id.html. Create the new file. css by id.html. Create the new file. This developer guide I will share in a chat. If you have not made the note, you can use that file. Now in this HTML file, start from HTML and follow the head section. Follow the style section. Now follow the body also. Follow the body. Next, under the body, we can use division div id equal to 1, id equal to 2. Right here, this is block 1 and this is block 2. Block 1, this is block 2. Some CSS we can write. Ready? So ID we given in HTML, ID equal to 1, ID equal to 2. Now you are not going to write the CSS for div, you are not going to write the CSS for p tag. You are going to write the CSS for those element whose ID is 1. So we are going to write the CSS for 1 now. So how to represent the ID? With the help of hash. Okay, hash represent the ID. So it will not apply for the only division or paragraph. Wherever you call the ID was as a 1, ID equal to 1, it will get applied. So it is not now specific for the division or paragraph. It is specific for the those element where ID is 1. Height 200 px, background orange color. For 2 also you can write something separate. Height 100 px, background is a green color. You will see both will look different because ID is different and property is also different. Working. Both should look different. It's not now division wise. It is for the ID. One is the orange, another one is gray. Both are division only, but we specify yes. It's not division wise now. It is ID wise. Whoever have the ID one, he will get height 200, background orange color. Whoever have the ID as a 2, he will have as a height 100 and background as a gray. So this way, in one page, we can create multiple blocks, and for each block, we can write a specific CSS, and then based on ID, we can call, and it will help us better. Okay, then see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow, which day we have? Thursday. We will work on internal CSS few days. You will become little okay. Then we'll work for external CSS. After tomorrow class, I'll give you assignment in your WhatsApp. Okay, or maybe today only I'll send you some assignment based on inline CSS. You can try it. Based on inline CSS, you can try it.
Sierra, I have a question.
Mhm.
So, once I've run this on the browser, can you just run it? And
Here is the output.
okay, in the second paragraph, can you just give a padding of 15 pixel?
Second paragraph or division,
Second division.
right? Padding.
Yeah, and
After that,
yeah, and just run on the browser.
padding will get applied inside.
Yeah, so can you inspect it now? Because while inspecting, only this is block 2 part below is getting highlighted. Means whether the size got, I understand that padding is making from top.
Mhm. No, it will apply from all the side.
Actually, I have given just padding top, so the total size will get increased. I have given padding top,
Padding top, it will give then from top 15 pixel will get increased.
and the total height will get 115 or 100 only.
115.
115.
Yes.
Okay. But ideally, this padding happens inside this div only, right? So uh, it should.
Here, see, you are seeing live preview, still you are doubting. You saw you added here, height got increased. Then what is the doubt here?
Okay.
It's not on paper, right? You wrote and you checked. You checked the height got increased. Then why to doubt in that? You cannot change the behavior of OS.
Yeah. Okay.
See you tomorrow.